Legend says long ago the world was a paradise. Men lived in warm, dry pillars of glass that stretched to the clouds. Pure water, both hot as a spring and cold as a mountain stream, flowed from the very walls of these glass castles in the sky. It is said that food sprung from the ground in such amount that no one was ever hungry, and food disliked could simply be let to rot. The food was so plentiful and easy that even oxen and horses grew fat and lazy. I tell you that men once rode wagons that needed no beast to pull it, wore garments that were as warm as a summer's day, yet as soft as falling snow, and could even ride upon wooden wings and soar through the sky faster than any bird. Once men could lay all day upon beds of feathers and eat and drink to their heart's content. That was until the dark times. No one knows how it started. Perhaps the ancients themselves did not even know. One day, the sky opened and fire rained down. Holes of flame opened in the air, and the demons came. The demons swooped down from the fire in the sky. Demons poured through the holes in the air, and demons even rose from the ground itself. Men and their friends fought the demons. Nearly all died. Then men split. Some chose to become demons themselves. They took up the dark arts and fought the demons with their own despicable magic. Others fought on with the spear and sword and bravery. Our fathers, those who drove the demons back through their holes of flame and forced them into hiding in the great mountains, were betrayed by those who chose the path of darkness. When the 36 returned to what remained of the great pillars of glass, they were turned away. Those 36 and their followers began to wander in search of food. The pillars of glass were no more. The land once overflowing with food was ash. Streams of water ran black. All was gone. And so the 36 became our fathers, and our fathers became us, the great tribes. We who must wander the wastes, we who follow the path of strength, and we who must be strong. We who will someday reclaim what is left of our ancient home. We who must always keep a watchful eye on the mountains and the evil that still lurks there. Many centuries ago, mankind enjoyed a golden age. Magic flowed through the land like water through a fountain. This magic allowed for the easy creation of many magical items. A great city once rose from the mountains to the great water core. Indeed, the city we now know was once just a palace, home to the rulers and wealthy. But I digress. The great mages and wizards that once lived here set up factories where men could produce magical items as easily and in such quantity as we still cannot quantify. Then the low rose against the high. We still do not know how or where this started. Perhaps in the ensuing chaos, the ancients did not have time to record it. Perhaps what was once preserved was lost in the great firestorm that followed. Regardless, there was a time of upheaval, back when even low men could be fat and lazy, but this was not enough. During this time of strife, someone burned the sky. No one knows, not even the ancients perhaps, who did this, but it was done. Doors long locked cracked open, and demons, devils, and monsters of all kinds poured forth. Only the highborn with the power of magic could face the demons. The wise leaders called for the lowborn and the low races to fulfill their duty and aid them in their battle against the demons. But the low are foolish, and the low races are treacherous. Instead of fulfilling their duty, they abandon their rulers to the demons. Had the Shadow Lord not rose up, all would have been lost. It was from him that we learned that darkness must be fought with darkness. The dead could not be felled by the dark energy the demons used. So if the low would not fulfill their duty in life, they would do so in death. The outsiders were unprepared for the seas of animated corpses our ancestors unleashed on them. The undead pushed the outsiders and their monster followers into the mountains where they remain contained to this day. It was then that the low's champions returned, attempting to grab power away from all that stood between them and total destruction. They were beaten, but could not be totally defeated. It is because of this failure that barbarians now wander the waste. We must remember, however, that these men who live as beasts are not our enemies. They are just low men without their wise rulers. If we are to rebuild what was once ours, the natural order of things must be restored. We must tame and purify these barbarian tribes. The mongrel inbreeding with the treacherous low races must be burned away and pure fellow men reclaimed. We must move quickly. Although the outsiders may be sealed, their vermin servants are not. Sooner or later, seals will weaken, and we must be ready when the time comes. Hello, this is Adam with Dream Made Productions. This part is unscripted. I just wanted to thank you for putting up with my little Dungeons & Dragons campaign introduction. I wrote these 2 pieces of in-universe lore as a way to introduce people to the campaign and the kind of flavor that they were getting themselves into. At some point, I hope to actually run the campaign for more than a few sessions at a time. If you guys are interested in more Dungeons & Dragons content, or more of my storytelling in general outside of the battle reps, just let me know in the comments below. Thank you, and as always, I hope you enjoy the battle reps that are to come.